sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil18 here, and today in this video we do have another latest additions video. I did get a bunch of stuff in the mail, a decent amount of it I already reviewed. I'm doing more like older Spawn figure reviews since a lot of figure releases have been put on hold, along with a lot of other stuff. So it's not just action figures that's getting put on hold because of this coronavirus. It's a lot of things. Can't even go to the movies anymore. It's just crazy what is going on in the world right now. So I've been doing like older Spawn action figure reviews lately. I do have a upcoming figure news video coming up, a latest additions video that we are in right now, and then of course I will have some more Spawn action figure reviews as well. And yeah, it's just been pretty crazy what's been going on right now. This week I decided to take a week voluntary leave from my job because something crazy happened last week. Where I work, they're considered an essential place because they have a contract with the state, so they have to stay open mainly because of that contract. So my job has been pretty good with people who might possibly be sick. They send them home right away. If someone goes on vacation or something, they need to know where they're going. So they've been pretty on top of things about the coronavirus thing, because there's, I think, a little over 100 employees where I work. Not everybody works in the same department, but still in that building there's over 100 people working there. So this past Thursday, or last Thursday, we found out that an employee who hasn't been in the building for 10 days, they found out, I think the night before, he was playing online games with him, playing online and everything, and he told his friend, who they both work at the warehouse, that he got a call back from his doctor and he came up positive for coronavirus. So it's like, holy shit. So word got around, or eventually it got around to the managers and the bosses and everything, and they shut my job down real quick, just for 2 days though, which is kind of stupid actually. I feel like they should have been shut down for another week or two. That's why I took this week off, because I don't want to go back to work yet after that just happened. Supposedly they had a cleaning crew come in and do a deep cleaning throughout the entire building, which who knows what they cleaned, how deep of a cleaning they really did do, you know what I mean? So I just didn't feel safe going back to work yet, so I'm staying home for this week. I'll see what happens next week. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine by then, but you never know. What if someone got it, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get no coronavirus. It's a crazy time we're living in right now. This virus is just sucks. It's crazy what a virus can do to the world, not just the United States, the world. So once they found out about this kid having it, they didn't even announce anything over the speaker or anything. So a lot of people were just continuing working, as myself, and they started letting 10 employees out at a time, because you can't have a gathering with more than 10 people. And eventually word got around to us, because we're closer to the back of the building where I work, and so we started heading up to the front, and that's the reason why they were shutting down, is because they found out an employee did come up positive for coronavirus. Thank God the kid hasn't been there in 10 days, but they shut it down. They had, like I said, they had a cleaning crew come in and do a cleaning. It was just a very surreal moment, you know what I mean? It was like, oh shit, this is kind of crazy. Like where I'm at now, it's not bad. Like people aren't getting coronavirus badly. So like I said, it was a surreal moment once we found out that this kid had it, and they had to shut down a building and everything. But they reopened the building that Saturday, and a few people work on the weekends, and they were back at work working. Like, what the hell? You really think that deep cleaning cleaned out every bit? You know, it's just, I don't feel safe going there right now, so I took off the week. So and it's unpaid, of course, so not getting paid for this, which kind of sucks. Hopefully that money from the government comes in pretty soon. All right, so enough of that. Let's go over the stuff I've gotten in the mail. I got a few DVDs and Blu-rays, and I did get a graphic novel. This is a lot of Spawn stuff. If you're not a Spawn fan, probably won't really care too much for what I have in this video. So I did get the Spawn Origins Collection Volume 1. I've been wanting to go back and read the comic books, so got that, and I plan on getting the other Origins collections. And the movies here, I did get G.I. Joe Resolute, which I'm hoping is a pretty good animated movie. It's only like about an hour long. Never did see it, so do you want to check it out? I did get the HBO Spawn series as well, the complete series, season 1 through 3. Such a great series, man. I totally forgot how good of a series this really is. I'm on season 3 right now. They should do another animated Spawn series on like Netflix or something like that. I also did get 1917. Great movie right here. If you like war movies, not even just war movies, if it kind of reminded me, like the mission or that they went on kind of reminded me of The Revenant, you know what I mean? They go through a lot of crazy stuff that happens. It's such a good movie, man. Definitely check that one out. And then I did get One Piece Stampede, which is a really fun action One Piece movie. It's just pretty much filled with action, and the villain in it kind of reminds me of One Piece's version of Broly. So that is the movies I got. The figures I got, you've probably seen most of the reviews. Like I said, it's all McFarlane Spawn figures, all the older ones. So I did get the Violator 2 version here, where he's part cyborg, part Violator. And it's an alright figure. It's more of like a statue. You're not going to be getting him in any other pose besides this crouching one right here. So that's one thing I got. And then I also did get the Horrid, which isn't a bad figure, but the knee joints are so loose you can't stand the figure up at all. So you're going to have him crouching. Not a bad looking figure though, especially when that came out. I think it was like 20 or 25 bucks. I also did get Samurai Spawn. And this is a really cool looking piece right here. Beautiful work all throughout this. And like I said, my reviews of these are all up. The Horrid, that review should be up very soon. I also did get the Creech, which this review did upload yesterday. So if you want to check that one out, you can. This is a pretty cool character, actually. Not a bad figure, but really not much articulation in that one there. And I also did get the Tiffany 2 statue, more than a figure, which it's a beautiful looking piece. Definitely can't deny that, and it does look really nice on display with your other Spawn collectibles. And then I also did get the Spawn movie Clown, of course. I'm thinking about getting the comic version as well. I think that's all the open stuff. All the new stuff I just got today. I did get the Curse of Spawn, the first version, and I think there's a red and a blue version. I got the blue version here, and it's just a pretty cool looking figure. I don't think it's going to be loaded with articulation. It just has a really cool look to it. And on the back here, I want to get Saber and the Gatekeeper. Those two look pretty dope. I think they're over here. Yeah, down there. So I do want to try to get those two, but this Curse of Spawn does look pretty cool. So that's one thing I got, which will also be an upcoming Kicking It Old School review. And then I also did get the Samurai Wars Dojo. This is a really heavy figure here. I still want to get a couple more from the Samurai Wars. These ones are such cool figures. And I didn't realize he's an ally of Samurai Spawn. So that's another upcoming review I will have. And then the last figure I got here is Series 12 Spawn 4. I didn't realize I got the masked version, but this one looks pretty cool. It's kind of more like a commando Spawn. So this, I'm debating if I'm going to open it up or just leave it mint and card, because I don't think he has too much articulation going on there. He does have some pretty cool weapons though, can't deny that, but a pretty cool looking Spawn figure. And speaking of commando Spawn, the McFarlane Toys MK11 Spawn, I've been working on a custom I didn't really do much to it. I removed the cape and added a few accessories to it. As you can see right here, this is my work in progress commando spawn. I added a chain around his right arm. I added one around the left leg. I gave him a knife with a sheath, and I didn't want to super glue it on, so what I did, I took some cloth and I tied it real tight around it, wrapped it around the knife once, and then I wrapped it around the leg and tied it, as you can see right there. So now he has the knife and holster, and I took that knife from a Predator figure, and then I did add on a gun with a holster, and then I added a strap on it. So I took this gun and holster from McFarlane's Bloodshot figure. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to get the holster off because it is glued in there. I just ran it under hot water and eventually pulled it off. Then I took the harness from the Black Series Jawa. I cut off the pieces I didn't need. I glued the holster onto it, and then I let it dry. Then I wrapped the harness piece with the pouches on it around the leg, glued that on, and then that's all set up there. And then I also took the holster for the other gun with the Jawa, and I cut the pieces off of it, and you can see now I have Spawn's sword holstered on there, and I glued that on the ugly piece that's left there from the cape once you remove the cape. And if you look up by the collarbones, you see two like peg type looking pieces sticking out, which is what they use to glue the cape in as well. So that's kind of ugly looking. And then there's one big one on the back, but I was able to glue that holster on, and Spawn's sword fits in there perfectly. And then I just wrapped up a Saiyaman cape, a Saiyaman cape that my fiance did make, and kind of gave him his like bandana type looking piece. She is working on those right now along with the Spawn cape, so those will be ready very soon. And then the bendy wire chains will also be ready soon. I will make a quick review or quick look review type video of this once I complete it. I'm still waiting for a couple more accessories to finally complete that figure there, but I'm really loving the way that custom is turning out. I'm not really doing any work to it besides adding stuff onto it, which is pretty simple for me to do. But anyway, that is my latest additions video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later.